FBI offers reward for the capture of the devil in the Ozarks. Guys, what is that? Let's check it out. This is a suggestion via Discord, guys.
The urgent multi-agency manhunt continues
Devil
for a
in the
former police
Ozarks.
chief turned convicted criminal in Arkansas. Now, authorities are searching this rugged terrain by land, air, and water, and it may expand underground to the state's some 2,000 documented caves. Grant Hardin escaped prison Sunday, disguised as a prison guard. Take a look at this picture. Look at him. He's just sneaking out, and he has been on the run ever since.
Yeah, sometimes I think these are some of the most dangerous individuals, right? The ones who like have been in law enforcement for a really, really, really long time, let's say, and then they've decided to kind of dabble on the other side of the fence, guys. Oh yeah, because they know all the tips, they know all the tricks, guys, right? Absolutely.
Before his escape, the 56-year-old was serving an 80-year prison sentence stemming from a 2017 murder, and his DNA was collected at the time of the arrest, and that also connected him to a brutal rape case that occurred decades earlier. Police now telling the community the so-called Devil of the Ozarks should be considered dangerous because he has nothing to lose.
You know, I just tell the citizens here in Gateway, because we're so small, there's only like 400 and some of us here, that, you know, to stay vigilant, lock your doors. If you have guns, load them.
Freedom.
And if you see anything, I don't care if it's somebody that you don't even know what's going on, call. It does.
Okay, so I have a question here, guys. What exactly is happening with all of these prisons? Like, how is it that all of these people are able to escape these days? Or is it just like looked at more often these days, at least, guys? Right? Because I have not seen this many prison escapees in one month, let's say, in all of my life, guys.
It doesn't hurt to call to make that, to make them come out.
News Nation's Xavier Walton is in Arkansas where the search is happening. He joins us live. Yesterday, Xavier, we saw you on the side of the road where police were searching vehicles. What's happening today behind you?
Well, Laura, that checkpoint still is there, and there are several other checkpoints around the county as well. Just even coming into Calico Rock, about 7 miles out, we were stopped ourselves. But law enforcement essentially using every resource possible. That includes a new $10,000 reward for any information leading to his capture. But we're talking canines, we're talking horseback, we're talking drones, helicopters. And, this area called Calico Rock, that's for a reason. It's because it's rocky. The terrain is rugged, extremely rugged. Law enforcement, you mentioned this too, also searching the waterways. You see it just behind us. The Ozarks, home to thousands of rivers, creeks, and caves. You mentioned that as well. We went out with an expert guide with the Calico Rock trout dock. Used to.
Yeah, bro, but there's too many caves. Okay, I get it. There are too many caves, but that's not the thing. That's not the point here. I personally think that if he's not going to be in the area, I can't imagine how he would be, guys. I'm almost positive that pilfering someone's vehicle is probably not beneath him, guys.
To work with the Fish and Game Services for 30 plus years. We were out on the water. He was pointing out different areas that Hardin could be hiding. And while he said it would be the quickest way to escape on the water, he said it wouldn't necessarily be the easiest.
We're on Moccasin Creek.
The Ozarks are beautiful, guys.
The prison is back that direction, and right here is the train trestle, the train track right here. Now, if he made it to that, and another thing too, of course you can't ever tell it was cold, but this would be an ideal place for him to come down the river, so the dogs couldn't track him.
Theoretically, we're only a few miles away from the prison.
Very few.
He could get on the tracks, follow the tracks, get onto the creek, float to the river, and
be gone.
Get away, escape, go further and faster.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm suspecting here, guys. Right? Being like his previous life, let's say, everything in me says that he has the ability to do that exact thing.
Yes, he could if he was tough enough.
What do you mean if he was tough enough?
Well, now you got to think about hypothermia and stuff like that.
Right.
But if he could...
Yeah, there are ways around hypothermia,
get some way, it is possible.
So it is possible. Whether or not that happened, we don't know. But law enforcement certainly searching waterways. Something else to point out, Laura. Our expert, he was looking around and he was pointing out different areas he could be hiding. That includes cabins that are abandoned or summer cabins, and those people necessarily
Are not even
haven't
there.
been there.
Don't even know.
For quite some time.
Yeah.
You think about the vast area, and also this, the weather, that plays a role. It might have been obscuring some of his tracks too, because it has rained lately.
Xavier, it's wild to watch. I was just going to ask you when you were going down the river. I mean, are you guys worried that he could be on the sides
On the banks?
of that
No.
river? I mean, he could come out. I mean,
Bro, he's not there.
they just don't know where he is.
And that's exactly why you keep your head on a swivel. Even yesterday, when we were by the prison guards on the train tracks, I was sitting there by myself looking around like he could be anywhere. He could literally be hiding in plain sight, and we wouldn't see him.
Everyone has to remain vigilant and, of course, make that call, as we heard from law enforcement there. Xavier Walton, thank you. Be careful and bring us up to speed when you hear something new. Appreciate it.
All right, so guys, this is a monster, right? Once again, a monster has figured out a way to basically escape prison. Guys, I think he needs to be caught immediately. I'm also not in the camp of saying that he's probably anywhere near this, because I think that if anyone knows like the bare minimum of, let's say, bushcrafting, right, for example, I do think that they can probably survive in the middle of the woods without any issue here. If you're worrying about hypothermia, you understand that you could be in the water for a little bit of time. It's cold, build a fire. Obviously the smoke will be a problem here, but you can kind of naturally mitigate that, right? So there are a couple of things that I believe that if he did have enough, let's say, training, or if he was like a prepper, or if he was into like survival, I think he could probably make it a gigantic distance away. And again, I'm not ever in the belief of thinking that he's gonna, or any of these escapees, let's say, are staying a mile away from the place. I believe that you're probably gonna catch him at one time, very far from where you think he is, right? Like, understand, like a lot of these individuals hide up in Alaska, guys, right? I mean, I'm not trying to tell on people, right? But Alaska is full of a lot of, not everybody, guys, not everybody. I met a lot of good people, right? But Alaska's a place where people want to, like, they go away and disappear. Okay, they disappear for a long time, guys. Right? But all right, listen, guys, let me know in the comments what I should be checking out next. I do absolutely suspect. I want to kind of reiterate this for those who skipped to the end here. I don't think he's anywhere near. He obviously needs to be caught. I like the fact that there is some type of like gigantic reward for him for any information that leads to his arrest. That's a great thing. I think that's always a really good thing when that happens, guys. And based off of his crimes, he's a monster. Absolutely. But all right, listen, you guys all have an absolutely amazing day. Enjoy your day thoroughly.